You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Good morning, Vietnam! I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel the need for speed.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
You do. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Happy Tuesday, film fans. Welcome to episode 388. Welcome to Scream 7. You're listening to another new episode of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Juan, and I'm joined by the cast, the crew, the other member of the Ghostface. Zach, what up, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back. Are you excited? And we're doing our first 2026 release.
I am, man, but I've been sicker than a dog lately.
Oh,
I have had headaches, tummy aches, everything to do with fevers, sweats. You would think, but it came back negative as COVID. I went to the dentist today, and that, my friend, is where everything lies. I've been staying inside the house. I tried to go out yesterday, and it's miserable. So, but I get to stay in and talk movies with you guys, and Zach, you as well. It is our first 2026 release, and we're also doing our top 5 movies that we're looking forward to this year of 2026. So it should be a fun conversation. Should be a fun episode, jam-packed episode. Before we get started, though, you guys can check us out wherever you listen to podcasts. iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. If you're watching us live here on Emosawa Productions YouTube channel and the Cine-Men Movie Podcast Facebook Live. Last week, we had a fun conversation about Citizen Kane. It was very diverse, but it was also very to the point from both sides. So very good conversation. Go back and listen to that episode wherever you choose to listen to us at. Zach, we're going to do something a little different today. Instead of talking about recent watches lately, we're just going to get straight into the top 5 and then talk recent watches. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not listened to a new episode or an episode of us at all, this is our top 5. All right, guys, we are going to discuss our top 5 movies that we're most looking forward to of 2026. I'll go first, and I'll name off my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are going to be The Mummy, The Bride, and The Mandalorian.
cool.
So those are my honorable mentions. What about you, Zach?
I got 3 honorable mentions as well. I don't know how you. I just did from now to July, and then when we get to August, the rest of the year, we'll do another for the rest of the year.
Oh, I didn't look to see what was coming out. I just looked to see what I knew was coming out, what I was excited for. So mine is from now until whenever.
Okay, so mine is just from now to into July. So because the only reason I did that is because movies could change, they could be pushed up, they could be pushed back. Who knows? My 3 honorable mentions is The Death of Robin Hood. The Hugh Jackman A24 movie looks really cool, like a very different version of Robin Hood. We got a new Evil Dead coming out, Evil Dead Burn. And then my official honorable mention is Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I'll let that lead into my number 5. My number 5 is Spider-Man Brand New Day. So
you have, with the way, what's the last one that came out that was so huge?
Far From
Home. No
Way
Way
Home.
Home. No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. The way that ended, it was such a huge cultural kind of moment, especially during COVID. Do you think this one has a lot to maybe not live up to, but kind of where's this character going, especially leading into Doomsday?
No, I don't think there's any pressure on Spider-Man, to be honest with you, because I think he to me he is the the MCU's version of Batman. It doesn't
Mm.
matter. It doesn't matter what is going to happen. The merch sells. The,
The
you
movie
know
will make money.
the movie will make money. Whether it's good or bad, people are going to go see it. So
Yeah.
I don't think this movie has any pressure whatsoever. Um, and to be honest with you, Far From Home, let's not forget, followed Infinity War
Yeah. That's
and did a very good job.
oh,
Um,
Endgame. It followed Endgame actually.
yeah,
So
yeah,
even a bigger
followed
movie.
Endgame. Yeah. So it stood on its own. It did very good. So I'm not worried about this following No Way Home. So I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to live up to the hype, and we're going to see where Spider-Man goes next. So that's my number 5.
Okay. So my number 5 is a movie that will definitely make money. Is going to be Toy Story 5. Look, I'm in the bag for Toy Story. That's something that you, me, Craig, Ed, that's a film series that we grew up with. I think we can all agree it really should have ended with Toy Story 3, but money talks. So we're gonna keep making these as long as I think Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are gonna do it. So we'll just see. I think it's gonna be a cool concept of, especially in today's age, kids don't really play with toys. They want electronics, and so that's kind of like the big villain of the film. So it'll be interesting to see how they play that out.
Oh yeah.
So
Uh, I'm going to make a comparison. Like Scream to Toy Story, they have to update with the times.
yeah,
That's going to be a
that's
big
true.
that's going to be a big topic of conversation here in a little bit. But yeah, that's a good number 5. Number 4 for me, I won't spend too much time on it because we're talking about it today. Scream 7. Um, Huge fan of the franchise, so that's my number 4. What about you?
My number 4 is coming out here in a couple weeks. My number 4 is Project Hail Mary. Currently reading the book. I think it's going to be an awesome, awesome movie. The way the book goes, you read the book and you can completely understand why Lord Miller picked Ryan Gosling to play the main character. I think if you like The Martian, it's from the same writer as The Martian, novel wise, and so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So
Nice. My number 3 is going to be what we're talking about in a few months. Is Michael, the biography picture about Michael Jackson. You know what? The last few years, these have hit on the money. The Elvis,
Elton
the
John,
Elton John, The Doors. We're talking older films now, but they hit. I think this one is going to be no different. Directed by Antoine Fuqua. Um, and yeah, he's taken kind of an unknown with Javar Jackson, but I think this movie is going to be very, very good. I don't know if it's going to hold enough content to make it to Oscar next season, but I for one am excited. The music, he looks and sounds just like Michael, and the director. Let's not forget what the director is capable of. And it's just a good story, so it's going to be interesting to see how he pulls it off. So I'm definitely excited for Michael. That's my number 3. Zach?
awesome. My number 3 was one of your honorable mentions. I'm always in the bag for this type of film. The Mummy. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. The trailer looks freaking like
Now,
any other Mummy movie we've ever had.
I was confused on the trailer. I saw the trailer for the first time when I went and saw Scream. At first, I was like, "Oh, is this the new Exorcist movie?"
Yeah,
Like it gave off Exorcist vibes. So
yeah,
Blumhouse unfortunately always gives you great trailers and not very good so movies. But
yeah,
I have hopes for this one.
yeah. And it's produced by James Wan, which that's a very half and half on product return. But yeah, it looks demonic more than actual, like we are gonna get the Mummy 4 with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz here in a couple years, but this one looks like it's gonna take it at like in a completely right hand turn and do something we've never seen before. So I'm excited about it.
Should be coming up real soon. Number 2 for me, I saw again another trailer for before Scream 7. It's going to be the drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I am super excited for that movie.
I don't know what that's gonna be about, but it looks like
It's
off the walls.
super A24ish. I just got done watching one of the best performances of last year with Robert Pattinson with Die My Love a few weeks ago. I talked about it. I'm overhyping it probably. I'm always a fan of what Zendaya puts out. She doesn't put out terrible stuff. So I'm very, very interested in this A24 film. So that's my number 2. Zach?
Yeah, and kind of a note on Zendaya. I think she may not make things that you will ever watch again, but she's always good in the stuff that she does.
Oh yeah.
Whether it be, I tried to get into Euphoria and I cannot do it. It's so freaking dark. Euphoria, Spider-Man, Challengers, and probably no exception with the drama that's coming out. So number 2 is probably going to be a surprise to you, just considering who's directing it. Number 2 is Disclosure Day, Spielberg's new movie. I'm super hyped for it. I can't really put my thumb on what exactly it is. Is it an alien movie? Is it just a science fiction fable type story? What's his ultimate goal with this? There you go. So yeah, I'm in the bag. Anything Spielberg wants to do. Emily Blunt's going to be in it, so it's going to be interesting, and we'll be talking about that in June. So, what's your number 1?
Doomsday. It's the movie. I didn't do from now to July or now to June, but it's the movie that's already started teasing us from just a few weeks ago, and I hope it lives up to this 12-month hype that it's been doing. We started getting a teaser in December, I think, like an early sneak. Yeah. Not to mention the director's chairs, the actors' chairs that we started seeing in October, November.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a 13-month buildup for a movie, unheard of in my book. I've never seen something that's that with that much buildup. It's almost like insane. I said. Yeah, it's insane. It's a little unheard of. They completely had to scrape Kang Dynasty, bring in these 2 directors that did the other Avengers movies. So it's going to be interesting to see everything coming together. So that's my number 1. It's got to be Doomsday. What's your number 1, Zach?
So my number 1, also who's directing it. I think he's pretty much established himself as one of the last remaining directors that make money. Number 1's The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan. I do not like Greek mythology or whatever type mythology this is, but the fact that this looks like something that is like, it literally goes back to the old school epics of the 40s and 50s that we're going to make this as, practical, make it look real. It looks incredible. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson is going to be in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super hyped, and and Nolan we trust, I guess we should say. So, but yeah, if I had done the whole year, Doomsday would have been in there. Dune Part 3 would have been in there. The new Hunger Games. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff coming out the later half of the year.
Yes, we did just start streaming 13 minutes ago. Yeah, so that being said, top 5, fun little top 5. If you guys want to send in some of your emails or comments about what you're most excited to watch in 2026, please let us know. Don't forget, this episode and the top 5 is brought to you by San Marcos Mexican Restaurants, located right here at 2301 Southwest 59th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Give them a call at 405-685-7773 for to-go order, or dine in and experience the best Mexican food in the metro. Let them know that the Cine-Men Movie Podcast sent you for a discount off your entire purchase. Great food and even better customer service. San Marcos Mexican Restaurant. It's the only dine-in restaurant of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. All right, Zach, let's get ready to talk about some recent watches. I got some that's kind of been, I've been wanting to talk to you about. Maybe you've seen them. If you want to stop, you can stop me and we'll conversate about them. Saw Scream 7 twice before today's episode. What did I last talk about last week? I talked about my go through of sentimental value, Housemaid, Marty Supreme.
I think you said did you watch Hamnet?
I'm watching that tonight.
Okay. So have you've seen all the Best Picture nominees now?
Hamnet other than Hamnet. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting Now You See Me finished Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2 to watch the new one later this week. I checked out The Naked Gun, did not like it.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I didn't laugh once at all. I rewatched Friendship. I finished Mr. Scorsese, Zach.
Oh, nice. What'd you think?
Phenomenal. Yeah. If we could redo that would definitely be the top 5. I rewatched Bring Her Back. I checked out this Criterion called Clouds of Silas Maria. Checked out the WWE Elimination Chamber this weekend. Getting ready, less than 6 weeks away from WrestleMania, so that'll be fun. The Physician scheme, right?
Oh, the new Wes Anderson. Yep.
Yeah. I got to be in the mood to watch Wes Anderson,
Yeah.
but this movie, for it only being an hour and 40 minutes, it didn't bother me. I was not in the mood to watch a Wes Anderson movie, but I watched it anyway, and I thought it was pretty decent. Breakdown. Have you ever seen Breakdown with Kurt Russell?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good. It just got a re-release. It's not bad. It was a nice little thriller from the 90s. First time ever, Zach, I watched The Prince of Egypt.
You know what's crazy? I remember that movie coming out, but I still have not seen it. So what did you? It's old school DreamWorks. What do you think about it?
Dude, I loved it. I thought it was really good. It's on the Vudu now if you want to watch it.
Nice.
So yeah, then like I said, Now You See Me Too. So it's been a pretty busy week. I can't wait to get to Hamnet today. Then Scream 7, of course. Go check it out in theaters. What about you, Zach?
I got a slower week on my end. I did go see Scream 7 like you. I went and saw Wuthering Heights. Yeah. Easily advertised as being one of the horniest movies ever made. And it's basically, I've never actually read the actual English literature of it, but it's basically miserable people making themselves miserable essentially for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Went and saw Epic, the Elvis Presley thing again. I took Mom and she loved it. But the big thing, Monarch season 2 just hit Apple TV. We got the 1 episode premiere. I think it's going to be a banger of a season. We got a little bit of Kong action, and it's glorious. So if you were a fan of season 1, I think season 2 is going to be better. So
nice. I also did start Steel, Still, the Michael J. Fox documentary on Apple TV.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's pretty good too.
Yeah. So
Apple TV, man, they got some killer documentaries and shows right now.
Yeah, they're the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'll say that.
There you go.
So if you guys want to recommend anything, give us a shout out, send us in some recommendations or something that's on your recent watch list, and we'll check it out. We've even turned in some episodes that was recommended movies from listeners. So check us out. Send us something. Today it is time. It is almost 30 years in the making, a little over 30 years. It is 30 years. It's 2026. Scream 7 hit theaters. This is what we're talking about today. So get out your ghost face masks. Get your knives ready to cut your sandwiches. We are talking Ghostface and Scream 7. If you have not seen it, we are at 19 minutes into the episode. Go check it out in theaters and come back and listen to us, or listen to us anyway, and maybe it'll make you want to go see it. Scream 7 with a release date of February 27th, 2026, with an IMDb rating of 6 out of 10, 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, 37% Metascore, and a 2.4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. With a $45 million budget, so far it has grossed a little over $100 million at the box office. And yeah, let's get into it. When a new Ghostface killer emerges in the town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. Starring Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Isabella May, Jasmine Savory Brown, Mason Gooding, Roger Jackson, Anna Camp, and let's not throw out Ethan Embry, and spoiler, Matthew Lillard, directed by Kevin Williamson. I'll go first. I think it'll be a little bit mixed, but I'm going to be just as upset as you are. I read this review earlier in the week, and I think this is a perfect non-spoiler review. Scream 7 is like a very good NFL team not making the playoffs. And I like that because I walked in with high expectations. My high expectations were met until the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes, it hit the iceberg and it sent down the sea to me. So if I could describe this in one word, first viewing was way better than the second. The second I was able to pick up some problems, but it still is not going to change. It does have good rewatchability. It's not going to change my score. So if I could say, I'm going to say, but see, I also have a theory. I have a theory for 8. So I'm going to say, well, my first glance is disappointment. My second statement will be hope. So I'm going to say that this is a very, a disappointment. Yeah.
Wow.
Hopeless disappointment.
There you go. Okay. So I've gone on record. I even hate to talk about this because it's just I've gone on record and said this is not my franchise. I've said on every time I think was it Scream 2 that I did. I know you and Ed did the first Scream. Did I do Scream 2 and then I've done all of them, or is it just Scream 3?
No, we've done all of them.
No, but you and Ed did the first one. But then I think did I do 2 on
now? Yeah.
Okay. So this is not my franchise. I didn't grow up with this. There you go. I saw Scary Movie before seeing Scream, and it kind of ruined the whole concept. Essentially, I can't take it seriously as a horror franchise.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, I think this new iteration of Scream, I guess starting with Scream 5, where we had Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega as the sisters, I kind of got into it. I was like, okay, I like these characters. We're bringing in the legacy characters from the original films. 5 was interesting. I thought 6, I think by far 6 was my favorite so far. And we'll get into it, but I just think getting here to 7, I was like, okay, we got Nev Campbell back. We got Kevin Williamson, who wrote the original film. He's writing and directing this one. I was like, okay, maybe we're going to do a little bit of magic and do something kind of throwback and everything. And honestly, man, to be completely honest, I hated it. I know that's probably a strong word, but I did not enjoy this movie at all. I think it just lacks all of the quote unquote magic that the other Scream movies had.
What's that magic though?
It just felt. We said it at the end of last week's episode, Citizen Kane. Is this? Do we need Scream 7 to continue this franchise, or is this a cash grab? This, in my opinion, this is a total cash grab, without a doubt. And it's not even a good cash grab at all.
So the way 7 was introduced to me as is an opening filler for what's to come. If I can just drop some aspects of the way these last 3 films are going to be. Now, I could be completely wrong, but where this movie lacks, the only thing this movie lacks for me is the last 15 minutes. And there's so many Easter eggs that points that 8, because 8 I believe is already in pre-production. 8 has been greenlit because they knew how much money this one was going to make. And I got to disagree. I don't think this one is a cash grab at all. If you're going to say this one's a cash grab, then the last 5 have been cash grabs because all they do is just make money. and we talked about it last week. Other than this one, they've all been higher on the tomato score. They're not bad movies. You know, they're pretty good slasher whodunit movies. But if the reveal killed it for me in this one, I gotta say the reveal has killed it for me in the last 3 movies, not just this one. The only one that made sense that I liked was the boyfriend in 5. I think Jack Quaid made a very good bad guy, very good Ghostface killer, and along with the Oscar winner, what's her name?
Mikey Madison, yeah.
Though that was good. That was not a letdown. But the last 2 movies have been letdowns. But the only reason they've been letdowns is because what? We believe that Stu is somehow still alive. And this is the only movie that has it right there in front of you, but the movie refused to pull the trigger.
And that to me, okay.
To me it's a bigger picture.
Okay, so we're at 26 minutes. That was our general thoughts. Let's actually get into specific spoilers. So if you haven't seen Scream 7, go see it and join us. You said, you know, I talked to you the day before I went and saw it, and you said, you know, probably the first hour and 45 minutes is actually pretty good, and then the last 20 kind of kills it. I was like, okay, we'll get some good kills, we'll get some jump scares, you know, something to drive us to that point. I didn't feel any of that. I didn't think this movie was scary. I thought the kills were terrible, honestly.
If you go into these movies wanting to be scared, you're not going into this. This is a slasher movie. You're not going in for jump scares.
No, I'm just talking about like not so much jumps, just like, you know, Ghostface just coming around a corner. You know, something that not like a Conjuring movie, but something like, oh, you know, I wasn't expecting that. You know, that type of stuff.
Though this is the first Scream movie where they put everything in front of you, to where they're not holding back as far as like, okay, we're going to rely on our jump scares, we're going to rely on like very important people dying. This movie put it all right there in front of you, and I believe this movie is a part 1 to a part 2. I think this movie sets up, and Sydney said it not once but twice in this movie, it was too easy. You know, you get Carl, the guy that she meets at the coffee shop. First off, when you see that coffee cup, you're like, that's coming back. Yeah. So he's the first like crazy person from the asylum that escapes and gets hit by the car. He fails, obviously. And I'm like, okay.
Did you like Gail Courtney Cox's entrance? Yeah, I got him this time. That dude, that was like Fringe 101 for me.
I think she should have not came back for this movie, but I think she came back for her and Sydney to have one last one-off, because I believe Gail Weathers is going to die in 8. So I think, to me, the biggest thing was the reveal, but I really do believe, so this is my guesstimate, is that Stu is alive and he's pulling the strings. The AI was like a setup, which, like the Toy Story conversation, you have to update with the times. And if you can't get people over the cell phone anymore, then guess what? You got to do like a live video or an AI video. But I don't think that was really, I think it was an AI plant to let you know that Stu may not really be alive, but he is alive.
See,
and they give you the good backstory of this guy wandering in, the John Doe story, which is very believable. And to have Stu escape and have the main orderly guy be the other mastermind, and then have the neighbor, they know that the neighbor is going to be like an easy, okay, she'll get caught, she's going to die, she's an easy, but she's going to help us. Same thing with Carl. And then I think Stu's the ultimate person behind everything, pulling the strings, that you're going to find out in part 8. At least that's what I think. That's why I feel like they didn't pull the trigger of him not being alive.
Okay. I get all that, and I think that would have been really, if that would have been a great payoff if we had some kind of clue or a post or mid credit scene to reveal that he actually is alive, and that sets up another film. But so I don't even know, dude. Like, this movie is so. I don't. It's not even bad for a Scream movie. It's just a bad movie, in my opinion.
Well, you said you have problems with the kills. What were your issues with the kills?
I just don't think the kills were creative. The only one I thought was like, that's actually kind of different. Was the McKenna Grace in the school theater where she's like hung up and she gets like
well they were
disemboweled.
They were mostly all different, other than the husband who gets just wrapped up in plastic and gets stabbed to death. Other than that, they were all new and creative in the past. You have the high school one who was sliced up and diced. You have the one the head was strung up on the beer tap. You have the opening fire scene, which is completely insane. Yeah. So most of these are all new and unique kills that we've never seen before. I think Zach is just a Ghostface hater, and he didn't want to go see this movie.
No, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like
because so far those are different kills that we have never seen.
Well, I don't even know how to defend this, dude, because I didn't like this movie at all. I think it's terrible. I think the Wood acting is so cringe. Like you said, it's a horrible reveal.
This one is still better than 3.
See, I've already deleted 3 from my brain, so I don't even remember what like, the big thing was. Is that her brother? Is that like some brother she didn't know she had?
Yeah.
See, that makes a little bit more sense than what we actually got.
To me, this one does not and will not make sense until 8. If 8 comes out and is completely a standalone movie, then you know what? This one is probably going to drop for me. But I mean, let me put it this way: my score is not. I don't even know why I'm defending this, because when I called you, I complained about it. But to me, this is still better than 3 because of the kills, the stew tease, the AI tease. Because I'm like, and to me, the boyfriend, I think, is still a high, like, flammable suspect going into 8. Because she caught him red-handed, if you don't remember. He was guilty of that. There was no him, oh, I'm just playing around with AI. No, he was involved with Stu doing something.
And they killed the boyfriend off anyway.
He didn't die, didn't he? He came.
Oh, I thought he did. Like when she was like running through the streets, like the boyfriend caught up with her and he gets stabbed to death.
Well, I mean, so did Billy Loomis, and so did Hayden Panettiere, and she came back.
Well, and that's the thing. Listen. If you like this movie, that's fine. I'm not gonna.
That's the thing.
That's not gonna eat our friendship.
That's the thing. I don't like this movie because this is the first time I was okay with them telling me Stu was the killer halfway through the movie. I was okay with there not being a big reveal at the end.
But that's the thing, though, because I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, they have been trying to tease Matthew Lillard's character, Stu, to come back since what? 3, maybe at least 4, maybe?
No. I didn't get any kind of like tease until 5. Maybe even 6.
Well, I would say you're probably right. Probably since 5. Everyone thought, Stu's not dead. They're going to bring him back. And I will say I did like the FaceTime where you see him for the first time. I was like, okay, they're going to go for it. But then it's this stupid bullshit AI thing. It's just like, no. If you're going to bring him back, it may not be a great reveal. I mean, you're going to reveal it early in the film. That's fine. But let him play cat and mouse through the entire movie. But this is what you do with it, and it's completely disappointing. It's just like, why did you bring him back if you're just going to use him as an AI tool, essentially? But like you said,
that's the thing, though. I don't think he's an AI tool. I think his background, and this is how they're going to cover it up. I think his background is AI. I think he's going to come back. I think they're going to do like he's real, but we had to use AI for the background so Sydney would never know where he was. like I said, if that's the case, then they're smarter than I think they are, and touche. This movie might go up 2 spots for me. But if they stick where this ending is, and this is how it is, and 8 is a completely different film, then my rating is going to go exactly where it is right now, which is not very good.
No.
So, like I said, I will defend this movie 100% from the opening scene until the end of the coffee shop scene when he gets shot and she gets the gun out of the safe. To me, that first hour and 40 minutes, good job. Better than 3, better than 4, not as good as 5, better than 6. The first hour and 40 minutes, that last 15, 20 minutes, dude, I wanted to get up and just walk out. I didn't mind the orderly being one of the killers. I was like, okay, I can dig that. To me, the neighbor made no sense.
Oh, terrible.
and it was a terrible reveal. The acting from the actress, I don't even know who the actress is, but her just character in general was bad. Her and the son thing was kind of terrible because I felt like icky, like they were like doing something together.
Yeah.
The only new character that I liked, they all died. Technically, the new characters did, except for the daughter, which I'm fine with. I'm glad they didn't bring any back. If they brought any back, I thought that would have been terrible. But I think the boyfriend comes back.
Well, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. When Gail shows up with the brother and sister,
oh, that I also didn't like either.
I totally forgot they were from 5 and 6. Like I totally forgot that they were. Aren't they related to
Randy?
Randy. I didn't even know that was. I forgot who those characters were.
So, if Gale Weathers and those two were not in it, the first hour and 40 minutes, to me, this would have been a 5-star movie. That's how much I disliked Gale Weathers and those twins being in this movie, because I'm like, their friends aren't back. There's no reason for them to hang out with Gale Weathers.
They literally were part of Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera's characters. Why are they in this?
Yeah, so I felt like if any main character should have died, those two should have been the ones that died.
I think they should have killed off Gale in the last one, and then Nev is literally the last.
Legacy character.
Yeah,
and it could have been a nice one final show off between her and another legacy character.
Well, I thought it was hysterical. Someone pointed this out to me. You realize that Nev Campbell's character Sydney has like a different occupation in every film. That's when she's like a barista.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Okay, so I will say, like I said, I've already made my claim that I don't like this movie. I think it's terrible.
I will say it's not. I Know What You Did Last Summer requel terrible.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even see that. I couldn't.
I think it's on. I think it's on Netflix. Go check it out.
No. I will say some positives I will give, and pretty much the only positive I'll say is that I do think that Nev Campbell and Isabel May, who plays the daughter, actually did a good job. Isabel May, we actually got 2 actresses from the Taylor Sheridan universe. Isabel May is from 1883, who plays one of the early Duttons, and then the opening kill, the girlfriend Michelle Randolph, she plays Billy Bob Thornton's daughter in Landman. So I was like, okay,
let's talk about that opening, because to me, I have this in my notes. To me, this is one of the best original openings since maybe the first movie.
Oh no.
Because they're going through the film, and I'm talking. They're going through the house.
Yeah.
Now the setup I don't like, but once the real Ghostface comes out and kills and sets the house on fire, that gets you pumped up. Because you're kind of like, dude, the house gets burnt down. Who burned down the house? What is this going to be about? At least start off point. That's where it got me.
The only thing I said,
if I had to rank openings, it would be 1, 2, 5, and this one.
See,
you're like, I don't even remember.
I remember.
So the reason I say the reason I say 1 is because of the Drew Barrymore hanging. The 2 is the Jada Pinkett Smith movie theater kill.
Yeah.
This one, I like the house fire, and then the Jenna Ortega where you thought she died.
And then 3 isn't 3 Leave Schreiber. He gets
3 is
killed.
3 is Schreiber.
4 is like
is the crazy different movie
in
shots.
openings, yeah. And 6 is the Samara weaving in the alleyway, right?
Yeah.
See, I think the thing that really disappoints me about this movie, and maybe it's my own not anticipation, my own opinion of the franchise, maybe that's it. I thought 6 did a very good job of literally putting everything, like maxing everything up to the next level. The thrills, the violence is a lot more graphic and intense in 6 than it is in here.
That's true.
And I did think that this one took a step back. Like I will say that the opening kill when he gets stabbed in the head and you see the eye go in the opposite direction, I thought that was good. I thought that was kind of interesting. Setting the girlfriend on fire, you don't really see it. You only see it like from a aerial shot, essentially.
Yeah.
But I don't think the rest of the kills, in my opinion, are just kind of dull. So, I mean, like I said, I think it's hard for me to say that Scream 6 is my favorite Scream movie since I really don't care about this franchise. But that's the one that was kind of like, oh, damn, they're really going for it. And I feel like we're just taking a step back. I'll just say this. If we had opened the movie with the kill and we burned the house down and we just straight up say they take off the mask and it is Matthew Lillard as Stu's back, like setting up like, yeah, he is going to be the killer that we're going to be chasing the whole movie, that would have been a very bold opening, in my opinion.
That's what makes me. The Scream has never done a part 1 to part 2. Like, they don't really go back to back.
So, and just to kind of correct, I hate correcting people when we're doing this, but it's just they haven't really greenlit 8, but Williamson and Campbell have ideas for an 8th film, but they haven't really said, oh yeah, it's in production right now.
So
I mean, this movie made money. It won the weekend, so I mean, we will get a Scream 8 at some point.
I think and there has to be, because there has to be like a tie, and it has to be a closed chapter. I think I don't even know where I was going with my last point.
I said about like Stu taking off the mask at the beginning of after the opening kill, and then you were going to go somewhere with it.
Oh yeah. So if they don't make this one as like a part 2 or to a part 1, like a Halloween kills and ends.
Mm-hmm.
Then like I said, this one's star rating for me is going to stay right where I have it. But if this is some kind of masterful, or even if they pick it up and try to put the pieces back together for 8, then I'm like, oh, okay, they tried.
You know what? This is a perfect example. This is the perfect example. Halloween Kills is a perfect example for this movie, because we don't like. If you are right, and they're not going to say this is a part 1 to a part 2 and just say this is how we're going to end it, and then we'll see you in 3 years or whatever, then maybe you're right. Maybe, there's another piece of the puzzle that we don't know. But Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends did that, and it wasn't a satisfying conclusion, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So
I'm sorry, man. It's always like
I do. So the other thing I didn't like is Patrick Dempsey didn't get to come back to play the husband.
Yeah, they just kind of dropped that thread.
Yeah,
it's like, we ain't bringing him back. It's fine.
And then his death. I did like his death though.
What do you think of? I guess Joe McHale as the husband.
Never been a big fan of him, so I didn't like that character in this movie. Yeah.
And also, I thought one of the other scenes, if they had saved that, if they hadn't shown, which you couldn't really not show that in the trailer because that's a really good opening hook to bring people in, was the safe house, not safe house, but the safe room, and they have to go through the walls, and Ghostface is kind of knocking on the wall with a knife, and he starts stabbing it.
That's a good scene.
That would have been, if they hadn't shown that, that would have been a great scene. Like, okay, this kind of salvage it from where we're at. And so,
does that hurt like the movie? Going back, so my second time seeing that the killer dies right after that pretty nice scene, That didn't bother me the second time. It bothered me the first time though. Did it bother you? Like you're like, oh, that scene was almost for nothing because he died.
No, because in the formula of Scream, I think this started. You can correct me, but I think this. I guess technically with two because there was two killers in two, or maybe have they always had two killers technically?
There was 2 and 1, Billy and Sue.
So I think that's always been part of the formula of we're going to kill one, and you think it's done, but there's actually another one. So that's not really. It really wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. They haven't done that to where one dies in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
But so, like I said, I think he was just a dummy kill anyway.
Yeah.
I still think the neighbor and the orderly are dummy kills. I still think somebody's behind the whole thing, but I'll die with that theory.
And the motivation of it is so stupid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If this was Stu and the orderly, I would kind of be more forgiving about it. It's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. He kind of brainwashes him to help him kill Sydney and her daughter. But the whole stupid thing of like, yeah, I killed my husband and I read your book and you betrayed everything you stood for. What? Like I literally audibly gasped when I literally audibly said what when the orderly removed the mask.
Now, he didn't read the book, the neighbor did.
Right. No, but I'm saying
the orderly did the orderly give an explanation? He didn't get to really talk and give his explanation.
No.
Which makes me still believe, again, that's another like key that somebody was controlling and telling him what to do. And it damn sure wasn't the neighbor, because the neighbor had her own motivation. Where did the neighbor and the orderly meet?
At the mental institution.
Right.
I think she found out that Marco, the character, the orderly has a previous experience with information technology, which is how he did the AI stuff with Stu.
Right.
And so where she met Marco, and then she ultimately moved next to Sydney with her son, which made no sense that she actually killed her own son. That didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. You think he's dead.
But her ultimate goal is to kill I almost want to say Sydney Sweeney. Kill Sydney, and then her daughter becomes the final it girl or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just
I
don't know.
I enjoyed the Tatum explanation about how Tatum got her name and why she got her name.
Which I'm glad they explained that because I didn't know that was a character from the original film. So
the ending is just like you said, it falls flat and it gets me. The movie was kind of like this for me, and then just straight downhill. And Gail Weathers did not need to be in it. Don't get me wrong, I love Courtney Cox, but the way she, Jack Nicholson Joker her faced up, it just kind of like irritated me that she did not need to be back. She had a perfect send out for 6. She survived one more film than Dewey. They did a Naj. I also did not like the AI setup in the house with, oh, there's a video from her brother. There's a video from Dewey. There's a video. I didn't like that either. Like I said, the ending is bad. I did not like anything about the ending. And I told you, I'll defend the first hour, 35 minutes, hour 40. But after that, man, I agree with you. This is a completely fall on your face ending of a film. And it kind of does bother me, like I said, being a big fan of this franchise. I did have this question. Has Ghostface has surpassed anybody in franchise-wise at the box office, but has Ghostface surpassed other horror icons?
I was going to bring that up. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking about it. Really, I was listening to another show and they were talking about, I think Ghostface or Scream is the only major franchise that actually still is going. We haven't got a Friday the 13th. They haven't made another Nightmare on Elm Street. supposedly we're going to get an A24 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Glenn Powell or something like that. Chucky, his show got canceled, so
yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there any other big Halloween? I guess technically is done until they reboot it another 10 years from now or whatever. But yeah, Scream is really the only one that still is relevant. It's kind of crazy that people younger than us is like they adore this franchise, and they still make money. These movies make money. I mean, like you said, this movie had a $40 million budget and it made $100 million this weekend. So clearly,
and you know what?
Care.
Usually with these movies, if it has a huge opening weekend and people talk bad about it, week 2 is going to be just as big because people want to go see if it's as bad as everybody says.
Yeah, I mean,
the only thing coming out this weekend is The Bride, which I think it'll win number 1.
And Hoppers, the new Pixar movie.
Oh, no, never mind. Cancel. Hoppers will be number 1. Yeah. Scream will be number 3 next weekend.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know, man.
Yeah, forget that. Hoppers number 1. Oh, you don't even have to.
And really, from here on out, we got Hoppers this week. Hoppers and The Bride. Next week is Reminders of You and that Undertone movie. Have you seen the trailer to that? The A24 recording demonic movie.
Oh yeah.
That looks intense. And the week after that is Project Hail Mary.
So the other thing I want to say about the Ghostface being the end all be all as far as horror franchises and icons, Michael has had a kind of transformation. Okay, Chucky, I'm going to get hate. Throw him out the window. He's not even involved in this conversation. Friday the 13th. I don't even know when the last time that franchise had a relevant film that didn't feel like a gross, cheap knockoff of a pornography movie. So Friday the 13th, throw it out the window. It's trash.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Jackie Earle Haley. I'm sorry, but that's the last time you saw a Freddy movie. Was that boring remake of a film? Crumble up, throw it out the window. That movie is trash. That franchise has not done anything in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's down to Halloween and it's down to Scream. But if you ask me, Halloween is so back and forth. The last Michael movie was not very good. Blumhouse is up in the air. So if you ask me, Ghostface sits on top of the hill right now. And it's a costume that they don't change. Nothing is creepy about it. It's something almost even comical about it. But it's a slasher whodunit movie. And as long as it can keep making $100 million opening weekend,
they're going to make these. Yeah.
Well, right. But I think we can afford a slump like this one. You know what I mean? If you got 7 movies and 1 out of 7 is bad, I think you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that is on this monkey's back, as far as like why they have to just keep trying, as long as Kevin Williamson, Nev Campbell, and Courtney Cox are involved, they have that homage to Wes Craven to try to do whatever they can to not put out a crappy movie.
Yeah.
This one, sorry, it happened, but everything else has been kind of like we can't let Wes down. And I think that's what keeps the motivation going. And that's because this character is so near and dear to his heart, almost like a Freddy, that it's making money, but at the end of the day, it's one of those, we can't let Wes down. Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, some of those guys, they've never met Wes Craven, but as long as there's a legacy character actor tied into this franchise, can't let Wes down.
Well, and I think I think you would say that the first Scream is like an A+ movie, right? In your books.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. So, but everything from that point has always been like a 3 to a maybe like a 2.5 to a 3.5, somewhere in between.
I remember mine right off the top of my head. 1 is a 5, 2 is a 4, 3 is a 2, 4 is a 3, 5 is a 4, and 6 is a 3.
Yeah.
My lowest one is Scream 3 with a 2.
Well, and I got this pulled up. I want to read this real quick. The franchise performance breakdown approximately worldwide. So Scream 1 is obviously the biggest one, $173 million. Scream 2 was $101 million, and it kind of goes down from there. Scream 3 was $89 million. Scream 4 was the worst with $38 million. The 2022 requel Scream 5 was $81 million. Scream 6 did $169 million, almost $200 million. Well, it was made less than the first. And then as of right now, as of this recording, Scream 7's made $100 million opening weekend. So, or Scream 7, yeah. So
Also,
money talks, and I think the fans talk too.
Not as many people go to the theater anymore.
Yeah,
as they did.
What friend? What Paramount? So yeah, this will be on Paramount Plus probably by the time Michael comes out. Honestly,
yeah.
So,
but,
I don't know, man. I look. I look. I wanted to go in this not hating it. Like I really wanted to go in and say, you know what? I enjoyed 5. I really enjoyed 6. I liked where they're bringing everything up on a different level. Let's go in. I didn't really mind the trailers. I think the trailers set up something that was going to be kind of more like Scream 6, just a little bit more graphic than the last one. And it just from scene 1, I thought it just fell on its face. So
do you have a favorite scene?
If I have a favorite scene, it's probably what they showed in the trailer with the safe room and them crawling through the walls.
If I had to pick a few, it would be the safe room where she shoots him. The second one would be Mark's kill, where the husband dies, and the house burning scene.
The opening kill.
Yeah. Let's get the star rating out of the way. Star rating for Scream 7. If you guys want to send us in yours, let us know what you thought of the 7th installment of the Scream franchise. As of now, and this is with 2 viewings, mine's a 2.5. Like I said, the opening was the first some odd movie was fantastic for me, but I really it dove deep down into the rabbit hole for the last 20 minutes or so for me. So I really wanted to give this movie a 3 and like it. And maybe even go a little bit higher, but it fell so flat for me, like a piece of paper flat. So 2.5 for me. Zach?
I gotta be honest, man. I'm gonna give it a 1. I did not like this at all. I thought it was not getting any good kills, wooden acting. Like I said, I will stay with my positive. No, is that I think Nev Campbell and Isabel May did do a good job in this. The reveal was terrible, and that I agree with you. It just sunk the rest of the film and made it even worse. So, yeah, I think,
yeah,
I'm not gonna go back and watch 3, but if I had to rank them, this would be the worst one in my opinion.
It's a lot of other people's worst ones too. So if you guys want to give in your star rating for us, let us know what you thought of Scream 7. And yes, hit us up on the socials, facebook.com/the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. The Instagram is /the Cine-Men Movie Podcast, X Cinnamon405, or you can email us at cinemen921@gmail.com. Hit us up. Let us know what you thought about Scream 7. 2026, we are off to the races. But Zach, next week, Zach,
it's time.
Week, we are talking our top 10 favorite movies of 2025. It is our complete list of favorites. We call it our favorites award show. We get to talk favorite director, actor, story, TV show, song, horror movie, you name it from 2025. We talk it next week. We also rank our top 5 plus 5, our top 10 movies of 2025. Zach, these are always some of our most funnest episodes of the year.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We timed it perfectly. We're doing this the show will be released Tuesday, right before Oscar Sunday. So we'll talk about our favorites, and then the following week we'll talk about the Oscars and see where some of these movies may have ended up. So
before we get out of here, what about the SAGs, the SAG Awards?
Hey.
Sinners winning big.
Let's go. Best cast. Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor. I don't know, man. We got a week and a half to go.
And the
Tides
movie
may
won
be
best,
turning. He may
movie
be
won
winning.
the movie won Best Picture, right?
Just Best Cast. It was an actor award show.
No, so they don't do Best Director.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
But I think I think that was really a surprise for him, and I think we both agree he's totally deserving of it. Chalamet's been the front runner since the beginning of this Oscar race, but I think tide may be turning, so we'll see here in a couple weeks.
So today was our first episode of March. Next week, March the 10th, we will be talking our top 5 plus 5 episode of 2025. March 17th on St. Patrick's Day, we'll be talking about Schindler's List. March 24th, we'll be talking about The Godfather Part 3, The Death of Michael Corleone, the Coda edition. So Zach, be sure to watch that version. And then we end March 31st, with Raging Bull. So our theme of this year is ranking our top IMDb movies of, the top 250. Do they deserve to be where they're at? Should they be higher? Should they be lower? And what will they be on our list at the end of the year? Zach, what does March look like for you, man?
March looks awesome, man. We may have started off a little bumpy with today's episode with Scream 7, but it's going to get better. We love doing the top 5 plus 5. We got Spielberg, we got Coppola, and we're ending the month with Scorsese, which after watching the Scorsese documentary, I'm really excited to rewatch Raging Bull.
It made me go get Kings of Comedy.
There you go.
So yeah, I can't wait. Next week is going to be huge. It's one of our lengthiest episodes, but it's also one of our most favorite episodes and cherished episodes of the year. Might have some surprises. Might send us in your lists. Send us in some of your favorites of 2025, and we'll read them on the show next week. Until then, Zach, we are on the road to the award show. Any other thing you want to mention before we get out of here?
My number one movie of last year was wait till next week and find out.
Next week, guys, don't forget Ghostface. Go see Scream 7 in theaters. Give us your opinions, and we'll see you next week for our top 5 plus 5 of 2025. Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye.